foreigners to set up businesses in special trading zones near the Chinese border. One of the first outsiders to arrive was South Korean-born US citizen Kim Dong-chul.
외국인들만 숙소할 수 있는 그런 호텔을 제가 운영을 하게 되는 겁니다. 이제 미국 CIA가 찾았던 것 같아요. 그때 당시에는 김정은에 대한 권력의 그 취향이라든지 거절을 했다가 이 조국을 위해서 하는 일이기 때문에 당신이 반드시 일을 해줘야 된다. 그러한 부분들 중에서 가장 핵심적인 것이 바로 이 핵 활동에 대해서 무슨 뭐 방사포가 있는지 핵 관련 과학자 핵 시설을 담당하는 경비대원을 내가 미션을 할 때마다 어떤 그런 그 불안감도 있고 저는 특수한 시계를 받았고 아주 초정밀적으로 이렇게 돼 있었는데 이런 그 시계 이 뭐라고 할까 이 시간을 표기하는 뭐 도청장치도 받았고 또 다른 그 만년필로 된 그 녹음기가 또 있습니다. 이런 것들.
It's believed Kim Dong-chul passed secrets to the CIA for 4 years before he was betrayed by an informant and arrested. Kim Jong-un makes a very public example of his captive.
6개월을 받는 동안에 이게 상당한 고문으로 인해서 정말 그 엄청난 그 고통 속에 있다가 결국은 이제 기자회견을 하고 마음은 상당히 이제 가벼워지는 그런 상황에 왔고 그때 한 6개월 동안에 조사받았던 그 고통스러움이 그 순간에 다 물거품이 되고 없어져 버리는 거죠.
The agent was sentenced to 10 years hard labor. He had become a pawn in an international chess game between Kim and the West. 2 years later, in 2017, Kim meets with US hostage negotiators to build on his warming relationship with President Trump.
And we do have breaking news right now. President Trump tweeting moments ago that 3 detained Americans have been released from North Korea.
비행기 안에 들어와 보니까 북한 상공을 딱 벗어나니까 그때 기내에서 방송이 나오는 거죠. 그 비행기에 타고 있던 많은 사람들이 환호하고 제가 이제 워싱턴에 도착을 해서 대통령이라고 해서 어떤 분이 이제 올라오신다고 얘기를 하는데 나는 이분인지는 난 몰랐죠. 오바마 대통령 시절에 내가 붙들려 갔기 때문에 오퍼레이션 쇼를 본 적이 없습니다. 완전히 이제 미국으로 안전하게 귀국한 것이 이제 이때 아주 실감이 나더라고요.
In releasing his hostages, Kim Jong-un bolsters his image as a modern civilized leader and buys credit with President Trump.
I want to thank Kim Jong-un, who really was excellent to these 3 incredible people. I really think he wants to do something and bring that country into the real world.
February 2019. Kim Jong-un sets out on a 4,000-kilometer journey. The destination, Vietnam, and a second crucial meeting with President Trump. The prize, winning a deal to lift the economic sanctions crippling his country.
When he went to Hanoi, I think he felt very confident. He very unusually announced through the state media in North Korea that this summit was going to happen, that he thought this was all going to go very well for him.
You know, the stakes were very, very high. From Kim Jong-un's side, he wanted to show his people that, you know what, I will make peace with Donald Trump. I will be the one North Korean leader who shakes hands and signs a deal with the US president. That was the promise Kim Jong-un made as he left the train station in Pyongyang.
On the first night of the summit, the two leaders meet for a dinner of North Korean steak, served well done for Trump and rare for Kim.
So this was the dinner before the summit, the night before. Kim Jong-un looks very comfortable and confident. And he must have put on a bit of a show. President Trump relayed a story that Kim Jong-un told about how, yeah, he executed his uncle and then displayed his head for the rest to see. In this day and age, to see that kind of brutality, very much like the heads of those beheaded by Henry VIII were stuck outside the Tower of London.
Very interesting about 30 minutes.
Well, if you could have heard that dialogue, what you would pay for that dialogue, that was good.
I think it goes to show that Kim Jong-un, deep inside, wanted to reach out to Donald Trump in a way that no other leader had reached out to Donald Trump, which is, you know what, Mr. President, let's talk about raw power. I will tell you what raw power is. I will give you an example of what I did to my uncle. Donald Trump respects raw power, and that's what Kim Jong-un wanted to emphasize.
There are a lot of great ideas being thrown about. I think very importantly, the relationship is, just very strong.
With the dinner table talk out of the way, the two leaders get down to business.
Analysts say there is considerable pressure on both Trump and Kim Jong-un to come up with a more substantive deal than the one they struck in Singapore. Kim desperately needs sanctions to be lifted. Trump has got to come back with something more substantive than they got in June.
Kim, are you ready? Did you clear eye?
If I'm not willing to do that, I won't be here right now.
The North Koreans estimated that President Trump needed a foreign policy victory and that they would.
Varsinainen tehopakkaus! Nyt on kunnon pakettitarjous! Lähteekö Haukirannasta?
Tuleeko muuta?
Ei muuta kuin lahjakäärimää! Enalta!
Runsaat täytteet ja ohut kiviuunissa paistettu pohja. Ehkä Suomen maukkain pakastepizza. Grandiosa.
Poperilta löydät joulun toimilahjat halvoilla hinnoilla. Vartakone mukautuvalla hajuteolla 70 säästöllä nyt alle 100-sella. Honor 200 Pro älypuhelin ammattitason kameralla vain 549. Ja MSI:n ohut ja tehokas pelikannettava jopa 200 säästöllä. Katso kaikki tarjoukset power.fi.
No niin, muistat vaan, että joulu ilman välittämistä on vaan tavallinen päivä muiden joukossa.
Täällä laboratoriossa tehty löydös on saanut evoluutiokeskustelun käymään kuumana. Suomalaisten DNAsta on löytynyt pihasauna. Asiantuntijat eivät enää malta pysyä housuissaan ja spekulointi heittää lisää vettä kiukaalle.
Bauhaus. Pihasauna kuuluu kaikille.
saisi. 695. Mäkkäristä.
Ja seuraavaksi meillä on vuorossa Toy. Laitetaan lahjaksi viimeisintä laitemallia.
Sippari hoitaa. Kajari Piiskällisessä korkealla. Kaikki sesonkivalot ja koristeet sekä lyhdyt. -50%. Kaikki ruoanvalmistuksen kodinkoneet vähintään -20%. Sippari hoitaa.
How did you come to be in France?
Bad decisions.
Maybe you were the same that way. Broken until the world ended.
The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. Uudet jaksot maanantaisin 10 Starilla.
Tänä jouluna hyppää National Geographicin parhaiden hetkien mukaan.
Tämmöistä tunnetta, mikä täällä saa, niin sitä ei löydä missään muuta maailmasta. This is the most of the world.
The steam just shearing its way in.
Kaikilta meiltä, kaikille teille. Joulun maratoni. Jouluaatosta tapaninpäivään 9 alkaen. National Geographic. Rooman valtakunta. Äitinsä murhanneen keisarin koti. Sekunneissa tuhoutuneen sivilisaation temppeli. Mahtavimpien gladiaattoreiden näyttämä. Rooman kadonneet aarteet. National Geographic.
In North Korea, the border is not just solid, it is highly impenetrable. Except for the joint security area where there is no fence. A North Korean soldier called Oh Chung-sung, a top soldier in the Korean People's Army, stationed right along the 38th parallel. Only the creme de la creme are posted along the border. But he dashed across the line, running for his life. He was shot at by North Korean guards.
As the North Korean soldier lies wounded in the demilitarized zone which separates North and South Korea, troops stage a rescue attempt.
Miraculously saved. He was then taken by helicopter to a Korean hospital. It was discovered that there were many worms in his body. He was a healthy soldier who got the best treatment in North Korea, but he was still suffering from malnutrition. And this was a shock to many people who were watching what's happening in North Korea. This particular video must have shown Kim Jong-un that security along the border was paramount because even the most trusted lieutenants were ready to jump ship.